This is the back side of a '02 Volvo V70 upper tail light assembly, and I made another video on how to take it out of the car and replace it, but I had to do another repair because the same thing happened as on my other one. Is the brake light bulb, which is the lower bulb. I guess it gets so hot that it begins to melt the plastic around it, and then it loses good contact with this metal. And it's happened 2 or maybe 3 times now. And I had replaced my light with one from the Junkyard, and it lasted for about a year. But then I noticed the brake light was out, and sure enough, once again, the connection between the bulb socket and the metal, because it's plastic in there, it melted, and like one of the tabs was broken. And so anyway, I wanted to find another one at the Junkyard, but they didn't have any in, or the one that was there, it was also melted. So I took mine out, and I thought maybe, well, all I need to do is connect these 2 sides, which connects the bulb. And so I soldered some wire onto the sides of the socket, and then soldered it to the side. You can check your bulb without even taking it out, because there's some little areas on each side that expose the terminals, and you can put your meter on it to see if it's a good bulb. And anyway, these pieces of metal go up to the plug. You have 2 here. One is for the brake, and the upper one is for this light. And then the one in the middle is the ground, and it touches both those sides. So I thought about it, and I thought, well, maybe I can just get a bulb and solder some wires on the sides, and solder them to the metal contacts. But then I noticed, well, this is fairly firm, so I'm just going to go ahead and use this bulb holder. It's a little firm, but it doesn't make good enough contact to work. So I went ahead and soldered the wires onto there, and now I have continuity between these 2 points, which is the same as these 2 points, and it should work. So if you want to try to do that, or whatever, if you've got to do something, I made the wires long enough so that if I have to, I can replace the bulb and reinsert it. If I had just done the bulb, then I would have had to resolder it. So make sure the wires are in close, and I'm going to put it on the car and see if it works. Okay, I've got it installed in the car now. I'm going to go step on the brakes and see if it works. You tell me if it works or not. Well, I'll have to look at this video to see if it worked. Okay, I've installed it back on the car and it works, but it's just a temporary fix because the socket itself is still loose, the bulb, so I'll just have to try to find another one at the junkyard when one shows up, but it'll do in the meantime. But it's not a real good design, in my opinion, because of the plastic around here. Now it's possible it got hot because it wasn't clicked in all the way, and so it might have been arcing the contacts, and so if that were happening, that's why it could get hot. That's just my guess. This is the one from the junkyard that I'm going to be returning because it's bad, but I just put some solder on here to see if it would stick before I tried my other one. So hope it works for you if you need an emergency repair to get you home. Thank you, Father.